Today I am going to talk to you about the temperament of the sanguine. Popularly, they are called the popular sanguines. And why are they called that way? It's because the sanguine is a person who loves to be popular. They are talkative, they are optimistic, they are confident, they are good communicators, they express themselves very well, they are impulsive, they love fun, they are warm, and they make really good friends. They know no stranger, they make people feel very comfortable around them. And also they are sincere, they have a type of naivety to themselves, they are very trusting, and also they are very welcoming. They are open and people get drawn to them. And this sanguine personality is very helpful in the area of relationships. Now, what happens with them? They may have a lot of friends. That's why they are popular. And they get a lot of energy from crowds, from being in social situations, and they just love. They are the party people. They will want to spend a lot of time having a lot of fun, staying up all night. It almost feels like going to bed is actually missing out on something. So they love a lot of activity, and they don't want to be without activity because it makes them feel bored. Now, the sanguine has a bit of weaknesses that we need to highlight. And I want to highlight the weakness of impulsivity because it gets them in a lot of trouble. They get themselves into situations because they did something without thinking about the consequences. So in other words, you might think of the sanguine as the forever child, that they are not thinking about the outcomes. They just get into this thing because it gives them pleasure. It feels good. And so think about it. The problems that somebody with this temperament, if they are not well aware, think about the problems they would get into. Things like getting into addictions like drinking, getting into addictions like relationships that make them feel good, but they are not really meaningful or valuable relationships. Think about the fact that they could get into becoming what we call shopaholics, or they can get into all kinds of self-destructive behaviors because they are looking for fun, they are looking for pleasure. And so if you are in this temperament, you would need to be more careful about your decision making, and the fact that you need to develop skills for you to think about the decisions that you are making. You need to learn how to manage your money. You need to learn how to get into relationships that are meaningful. You need to know how to say no, because one of the things about the sanguine temperament is that because of their need to connect and keep those connections, they have a hard time saying no to people. They overextend themselves. They will agree to do things because they don't want to lose their relationships. And so you can imagine that can become a problem if the sanguine doesn't learn how to create boundaries. Personal boundaries and boundaries with other people. They can become people that are taken advantage of by others. And so it's important, if you are this temperament, to really take some time to be still. So because you love a lot of activity, you need some time to be still, some time to self-reflect, and some time to self-care, to take care of yourself, to watch what you think in your mind, your fears, and your anxieties that cause you to get into these self-destructive behaviors that can really bring a lot of pain into your life. When it comes to relationships, the sanguine would need to really sit down and say, who am I? And who am I looking for, so that you are not moving from one relationship to another. Now, let me give an extreme of how that would look like. So you are a sanguine and you love the fun and the pleasure of being in a new relationship. If you are not careful and you are only going after the pleasure what happens is that you find yourself moving from one relationship to another because you get bored very quickly. Remember the activity, you have to have some activity going on. If you're not careful, you might also approach relationships in the same way, where you are moving from this one to that one to that one because you get bored very quickly. So you would need to sit down and ask yourself, what am I looking for when it comes to relationships? The other thing is that a sanguine is a prime candidate for abusive relationships, because again, the boundary setting is a problem. So you would need to learn how to set boundaries. First of all, to understand you have a right to create your own space, to be able to say no when people are taking advantage of you, when people are putting you down, dismissing what you are thinking or what you want, when people don't take you seriously, when you are setting goals and you are setting values for yourself. You need to be able to learn how to say no. And then the other skill that you need is the skill of effective communication. You need to learn how to speak what is in your heart, your truth, and not to apologize for that truth. Now, I will say this. One of the things that you can do to manage the impulsivity in whichever area of your life is to delay your answers. So you don't have to say yes now. You can always tell someone, let me think on it, let me sleep on it, because your mind works in that way. Your mind works like if you are asked a question right now, you have an answer right now, and then later on you realize that you had not thought through it. So learn to be able to say, I want some time to think about it, please let me get back to you later. That gives you a moment to be able to manage the decision or the answer that you need to give that person. So you are giving yourself time to think about it. So I hope that with these few tips that you can be able to begin to understand yourself and to see the boundaries or the areas of growth that you need to work on, and that you can always reach out to us. You can reach out to us for us to support you in creating the boundaries, in reducing the impulsivity, in learning how to manage the anxiety that you feel that leads you to make those decisions that you later on find yourself stuck or you regret. So until I see you next time, continue to live by design and continue to have good mental health. God bless you.